なるほど。では、敵だな。
Final Fantasy VII is one of the most beloved role-playing games of all time, and features an incredible cast of memorable characters. And even though we love them, it's always good to get a change of perspective. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis is an upcoming RPG that includes a playable new story that revolves around a young Sephiroth. The fledgling, world-famous antagonist brings a new point of view on classic moments in Final Fantasy VII's story. But there's far more to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis than just revisiting the past. Here are 7 things you need to know. Sephiroth made his debut in Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation, and the world has been hooked on the vexing villain ever since. FF7 Ever Crisis takes us back to when Sephiroth was young and still growing out his trademark silver hair. Just what was Sephiroth like before he was an adult? Was he always destined to become a villain? Or does a hero's spark dwell in his heart? FF7 Ever Crisis tells us the tale. Sephiroth's story in FF7 Ever Crisis is called Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, and it's a brand new adventure that features 3 soldiers named Glenn, Matt, and Lucia. The hidden truth behind Soldier will be revealed as this generation rises, and we'll find out how the fate of these 3 soldiers becomes intertwined with Sephiroth. While FF7 Ever Crisis also teaches us more about Sephiroth, it also lets us revisit classic Final Fantasy VII characters and locations. Look for new side stories that involve established Final Fantasy VII cast members. You'll also get the chance to gain a new perspective on Zack Fair from Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. FF7 Ever Crisis' battle system plays off Final Fantasy VII's active time battle system. FF7 Ever Crisis' fights inspire nostalgia thanks to the reappearance of certain enemies, bosses, and locations, but the buffed up visuals give you a brand new look at places you already thought you knew. Dramatic cutscenes add flourish to limit breaks and summons, and if you need to, you can also change the speed of FF7 Ever Crisis' battles if things come at you a bit too fast. You can also auto-battle if entering menu commands just isn't your style. FF7 Ever Crisis lets you power up your dream party with a big array of materia and weapons. Materia can be synthesized using recipes and materials you collect in the world of FF7 Ever Crisis by doing quests and other activities. You can also power up your weapons with special consumable items, and in no time, you'll summon powerful monsters and access new, more devastating limit breaks. Let's be honest with ourselves. We love to dress up our favorite video game characters for the same reason we like to put shirts on cats. FF7 Ever Crisis recognizes the joy of slipping characters into out-of-context clothing. That's why you can obtain new outfits, dresses, and costumes for all your characters. Also, several pieces are designed exclusively for FF7 Ever Crisis, and best of all, they stay pristine no matter how many monsters you gut while wearing them. FF7 Ever Crisis doesn't just contain a meaty story full of familiar faces and brand new surprises. There's also a co-op mode that lets you team up with friends to take down powerful bosses. Form parties of up to 3 members, including popular faces like Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, and Zack as you wreak havoc on massive monsters. Coordinate with your comrades in the lobby or the battlefield, ensuring that your battle plans lead you to victory. FF7 Ever Crisis remixes the visuals of the beloved cast. Characters are rendered in a style that recalls the PlayStation's popular polygons, and the visual mix lends the game a unique air. There's always a new tale to be told in the Final Fantasy VII universe, and this time it's Sephiroth's turn to speak up. FF7 Ever Crisis lets you revisit old friends, meet new ones, and test your fighting prowess alongside friends. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis is coming to the App Store as well as Google Play on September 7th.